Hi everybody, I'm Mom Sandra. Good to see you all. I just spent 6 hours with Ben today, and I thought I would share what's been going on and how I'm dealing with my anxiety from today. If you watched my last video, I'll link it below. It's basically staying off the addiction roller coaster. I am continuing to stay off that addiction roller coaster. And even though I'm not going for the ride, it is still really challenging for me as a mom to watch my wonderful son, Ben, go through addiction and everything that comes with it. I picked him up this morning. We went to the clinic like we do every Friday. He saw his counselor for about an hour, which was great. And then Ben and I went to go visit one of his friends, who's a really good friend of his, and they're really good for each other, and they're great supports. And so it was lovely to just sit and chat and enjoy each other's company. That being said, everything was going fine, but then Ben got a few phone calls. Now, staying off the roller coaster means not asking questions, not inquiring what's going on. I was observing, and I could really feel myself get anxious over what was going on. I talk about there's Ben, my son, who I've raised and love to the core. And then there's Ben that when his brain is hijacked by the addiction monster, and it's ugly, and that's when I really have to get all my tools out of my tool belt. And today I saw Ben, my son, and we were having a good time and enjoying each other's company. He's still using, but he was being Ben, and so I go by the behavior, and it was good. But then when these phone calls started, I could feel his anxiety and getting anxious, because the world he lives in is totally different than the world I live in. So, that made me anxious, but, I just didn't ask the questions. I listened, and then I dropped him off at his place, and driving away, I could feel my anxiousness. And what I do when I'm feeling anxious is that I say the Serenity prayer, because that is really powerful. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. Well, the things that I can't change are Ben. I can't fix him. I can't tell him what to do. There's so many can'ts, and so I recognize that. And so when I say that, I feel it. Okay, I can't control any of that. Give me the courage to change the things that I can. What can I change? Me. It's about me. Changing how I deal with things. Changing how I react to things. And then there's the wisdom to know the difference, because sometimes it gets kind of foggy. Is this his? Is this mine? All I know is that watching Ben go through what he's going through is really difficult. And yes, sometimes I can feel the anxiety. I feel Ben's anxiety. It is challenging being a mom in the best of times. And when you throw addiction in the mix, and, as a mom, we can't fix it, we can't change it, what do we do? Well, what I do is serenity. Just say my serenity prayer. And I also remind Ben how much I love him and that I am there for change. And when I hug him goodbye, I tell him how much I love him. And there's a little part of me that mourns him, because it's such a scary world in which Ben is living in. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if I will see him again. I really don't. And that's the reality. And I'm not trying to be drama. Ben knows. Ben, he says, oh, I'm glad you hugged me, because I know you always mourn me a little bit. It's like, well, it's not mourning him as a person, it's mourning my son who I raised, and Ben who I know and love, because this past week the addiction monster got a hold of him, where it was ugly, and he blocked me on his phone, and that has never happened. So I didn't hear from him for a few days. So I stayed in my lane. I did not get on that roller coaster of, oh my gosh, what's going on? Why did he block me? I did me. And where I go to is, oh my goodness, what state of mind does my son need to be in to get to the point where he blocks me? And that's what scared me. But the reality is he eventually unblocked me. I had a really great day with him. He is still using, but he is aware, and he knows that I'm there. He knows that I love him. He knows that I will support change. I plant the seeds. I let him know that there are options and choices, and sometimes he'll want to hear it, sometimes he doesn't want to hear it. So I am staying in my lane. I am working my program. I say the Serenity prayer constantly. When I'm finished with this video, I am probably going to watch one of my favorite shows, or talk to my partner, because he always cracks me up. And laughter, I love to laugh. So I'm going to find something funny to laugh at. Sorry, sweetie, it might be you. But you know I love you, and I appreciate him because he's a great support. And you know, I'm just taking care of myself. So even though I'm off the roller coaster, I still get anxious. And it's okay to get anxious, but I'm not going to sit in it. It's how long am I going to sit in it? Well, you know what? I'm letting it out right now. This is therapeutic for me. I am sharing. I'm getting it. This is my share. I'm getting it off my chest because I have the tools. I know what I need to do. And it's all about taking care of myself and recognizing what I do have control over, and having the wisdom to know the difference of what I can and cannot do. So I am going to sit with that. I am going to maybe have a good laugh, and I am going to continue to stay off that roller coaster and send out positive vibes to Ben. And I believe in the power of prayer, so any prayers are welcome. Today there is breath. So remember, where there is breath, there is hope. Take care, everybody. Peace.